Okay, I got to the post office a little early, so I decided this is the best time to record. So yes, hi, it is Fox. I am now on YouTube. This is not the camera yet, so the camera gets shipped today, and I am so excited, or delivered today. So when that gets here, that is how I'm going to be uploading the tutorial for all of my little moss stuff. I'm going to start off with the moss garland. But I am here today to finally ship out Kathy's order. I had shipped out a lot yesterday, and then I'm shipping out an additional purse strap because, oh my gosh, let me show you. So she has sent me a message on Etsy and told me that, where's the camera thing? That this thing like literally snapped. She sent me a picture and this entire thing just like broke in half. Like, that should not be happening. So I just made another strap and I shipped that out to her. And please let me know if something like that happens with any of the items, because I will no longer be buying claws or whatever they're called from that company ever again, because that should not be happening. So please let me know, because I don't want that stuff happening to my stuff. I've worked too hard on too many hours on these items for them to fall apart. And I was freaking out because she told me that the yarn was coming apart. I'm like, the yarn should not be coming apart. So I'm over here like, oh my gosh, did it shear? No, it was the end, like the weaving of the end. So if you all see, where was it at? Like this right here, that is the end. So all you got to do is just weave that back in. That is not it falling apart. That is literally just a very slippery end that will not stay in. So you can do that. And then all of a sudden it is hidden again. So there's that. And then this morning I wanted to do something kind of fun before I dropped my oldest daughter off for school. So I went to the Well Coffee Company. I got myself 2 pumpkin pastries. So I just was able to take a bite and film that. And I cannot wait to get back so I can finish eating them. Those were so good. I forgot how much I missed like pumpkin items the fall. I used to be able to have apple. I am now allergic to apple. I became allergic to apple, sweet potato, almonds after the birth of my middle child. Yeah, allergies are really weird. And then those allergies had never gone back. Now almonds, I'm pretty sure I've been allergic to my entire life, because when I had them when I was younger, it always would make my like throat a little scratchy and hot, and I thought that was just the texture of the almond. If that ever happens to you when you're eating something, it's an allergy. Stop eating it. And then the same way with my son, he would tell me Nutella was spicy, and I'm like, no honey, that's sweet that you're tasting. That is sweet, that's not spicy. He ended up becoming anaphylactic toward tree nuts. So if your child ever tells you that something is spicy, stop feeding them immediately that item. Go to an allergist and double check because they're probably not using the incorrect, like, what's the word? What is the word? Synonym? No, adjective. They're probably not using, they're probably more than likely using the correct adjective, and we're just not listening to them because we're thinking, oh, you're just little, you're just misunderstanding what sweet means or whatever the flavor of the food is supposed to be. So just an FYI on that one. So when I get back, I'm going to be working on my plushies. I just made a bunch of possums yesterday. So I'll be bringing possums, frogs, foxes. I'm hoping that I can make some capybaras and bears before the market tomorrow. And then I'm also bringing my moss bags for sale. And I'm going to have 2 cloaks. I've never made enough to where I have cloaks and purses for my markets. So if you are in Louisville, come to the South End Community Market. It is open from 8:30 to 12:30 every Saturday morning. And we are located next to the Splash Park, the playground that's at Iroquois Park. So that's like right across from BA Colonial, the Colonial Gardens. So yeah, I don't know what to do. It's like, I'm not used to gabbing for this long because I'm so used to short form. I'm not used to long form content yet, but you got to start somewhere. And I really want to do my tutorials on YouTube. I don't want to put them in short form because it's like only 3-minute max on Instagram. If you post it on there, they won't share it outside of your followers. And then I just don't like doing the part 1, part 2, part 3, because if you do a post like every day, that's 3 days waiting for a full tutorial, and I don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. We want to learn. I want to share. And then I'm also sharing the yarn types that you can get in your all's countries, continents, wherever you are in this world, in order to get a very similar look to the moss looks that I do. So, and I'm so sorry for chewing gum. I just realized when I was driving to the post office, I didn't brush my teeth yet. I showered and then I immediately ate the pumpkin things, and I was like, oh my god, I am not about to subject these poor postal workers to my breath. So, popped in some gum. If it's TMI, who cares? I share even more than that. I am a chronically ill little baddie, so I share a lot of lovely things. That's actually how I got a lot of my followers over on TikTok. I had a video go viral where I was smushed over in the living room crying. I took the video for my doctor. My doctor was actually out on vacation. He wasn't coming back yet. And I didn't know if maybe the posture that I was in would indicate to him like where I was feeling my pain. But we knew I had a grapefruit-sized cyst. It ruptured. And no other doctor at that office wanted to really touch me. No one wanted to prescribe me anything. And I sat suffering. I had blacked out. I vomited. It was so bad. And then I finally ended up going to the hospital because the pain just got worse and worse. And then I started feeling like really sick. I didn't feel well. Well, go to the hospital, get admitted. I have infection all in my pelvis. They see all the free fluid. They're like, oh, your cyst, it ruptured. The one that was that giant of a size. And we were thinking it was just fluid from the cyst rupturing. It was also blood. My ovary had torn. And also, when I was growing up, I kept telling I used to go to Women's First, and I would see Michelle Johnson, and I would tell her, I think I have endometriosis. She told me that I was pain pill seeking, which ticked me off because I'm like, and I kept telling her, pain pills don't work. They make me feel like pain is, like, I felt more sensitive to pain on it. I was like, what else is out there? And she just laughed in my face. She's like, I don't think this is endometriosis. I think this is in your head. At Women's First, which was supposed to be like the best place for gynecology. Well, thank God I found a really good OB here in Norton, and he has listened to me. He's the reason why my daughter Rye is still here, why she's alive and was birthed alive, because he listened to me. That's a whole nother story that I can gab into. And then when he finally came back from vacation, the hospitalist had wanted to release me, and he's like, no. We're doing the surgery to remove that ovary. So he actually did the surgery, removed the ovary. It was torn on one side, so I had been slowly bleeding. And then, which is also why it was so much pain, he found the endometriosis and he removed it. And my life has been completely different since he removed the endometriosis. He didn't laugh in my face. He believed me, and he found it, and he said, we can now put it in your chart. Thank you, Dr. Caricato. I love you. But anyway, I have gabbed way too much. It's time to finally drop off this package so I can go home and finish the pumpkin stuff.